What's good with you, family? How y'all doing? I'm having a great day today. Today, I went to work, and while I was at work, I was thinking about this video and if I wanted to post this one or another one, a video idea that I have. And I'm going with this one. This one is about how to balance the feminine energy within yourself to basically open up the gateway for you to be in your divine masculine and have these both balanced. Okay, so this is basically tapping into the emotional, intuitive, or creative side of yourself and learning how to connect that into your day-to-day life, your illusion, your numerical computer experiment, whatever you want to call it. There's so many names for it, but let's just get to it. So you want to embody these emotions, these let's say nurturing. You want to become more nurturing. You want to be there for your partner if you got a partner, or your family. You want to be there for them. You want to care for them when they need you. You want to reassure them when they need you. You want to love them. You want to move with love and compassion. Empathy, understanding, like I just said, and intuition. Trusting your intuition. You could have a thought. You could have a thought of something you could have a thought of something that just a random thought in your brain. Like, you could be not in your brain, but in your mind. You could be walking in Target, for example, and you need to. This is actually an example I had. You're walking in Target and you're trying to get a phone mount to record on. And so I was sitting there, and immediately I'm looking at this package. I'm trying to figure out how this thing works. And so I'm thinking, the next person that comes by, maybe I should ask them for help. I didn't ask them for help, but they came to me. They looked at me and they asked me, do you need help? And I was like, yeah, this is a crazy question, but does this have this? Basically, with this one, I didn't know if it could, I didn't know if it was for a phone. I thought it was for a camera, because that's all it showed. It didn't show for the phone. Oh, no way. Y'all, there was a moth in here. Anyways. But women are very intuitive beings, and a lot of the time with their intuition, they're right. A lot of the times in relationships where the man is cheating and the woman gets a thought that, and excuse me, I'm going way too fast. Let me slow down. But the woman gets a thought and of her man cheating, and most of the time she could be right. Yes, it could be overthinking, but women are very intuitive. Man, get out of here, bro. Hold up, let me... It's done. My bad, y'all. There was a moth trying to come in here. The same one. Could have been a different one, but I don't know. I was trying to come in here. I don't got time for that. But like I was saying, women are very intuitive, and if you're hiding something from a woman, eventually they're going to find out. That's how intuitive they are. If they're in tune with themselves, if they're in tune with their femininity. Okay, next. I wanted to say, retain your energy. And this isn't just about semen retention. This could also be about, I want to say, retaining your energy from the phone, from foods, just different distractions, different things. Yes, it's okay every now and then, but if you're living in it and you're not actually experiencing what living is in the present moment, then you should retain your energy. You should also want to flow with consistency. Consistency in making your clothes, making your book, making your videos, working out, something you're passionate about, if you like writing, if you like cooking, if you like journaling, if you like doing arts and crafts, whatever the case may be consistent in that and shape that and form that. Consciousness is like water. Water is consciousness. But water is formless until you give it a form. So a mug, for example, the water isn't shaped like a mug until you put it in the mug. So the same thing with your mindset. The more disciplined you are with your mindset and your ego, and allowing your higher self to embody itself within you in physical form, the more you are able to embody that feminine side of the universe. Sorry here. So I wrote down a couple things. Breath work helps. Breath work helps for anything. If you want to get more in tune with yourself, breath work. I said it before. Try to breathe through your stomach. Try to get out of the habit of of breathing through your chest when meditating. I'll say that because you can do what you want. But when you breathe out of your abdomen, out of your diaphragm, whatever it's called, like it's not your stomach but your organs down there. You're able to breathe down there, and this was actually in Avatar: The Way of the Water. They were showing the air people how to breathe naturally. Yes, this is natural too, but to get to the deeper relaxation and to get to a deeper level within yourself, breathing through the stomach definitely does help, especially during meditation. More time to self, less screen time / distractions. So yeah, just getting to know yourself, understanding what you are here to do, because when I was first introduced into loving myself again, I'll say that, just loving myself, or the concept of spirituality, practicing spirituality, because I'm not spiritual, but I just practice it. I was confused on how I find my purpose. Yes, it's as easy as saying what you enjoy doing, but it's I'm trying to say, you create your purposes. You create them by putting in the work. So maybe you're talented at this. Well, to get this, what can I say? Let's say for me example, I enjoy making clothes, I enjoy making videos and speaking my thoughts to myself, to you. I really enjoy that. But you should always have more than one source of income coming in. Obviously I'm not making money off of this, but this is a passion. This is something that I'm interested in. Something I really wanted to get into was psychology, and I'm actually buying a book about it today. Because that's something I want to get in tune with. I want to get in tune with myself and the mind and how it works and how traumas can affect you. Not you, but people in general. Moving with intention, purposeful. Moving with intention, basically having discipline in your day-to-day life and doing things for a purpose, not doing things to distract you or to please the ego through boredom. What is boredom? Boredom is basically you running away from your higher self. You running away from your responsibilities. That's how I see it. Be true to yourself. Don't try to fit in. FOMO is of the ego. FOMO, fear of missing out. Let go of others' opinions. Of yourself. I'll say that because it is nice to gain other perspectives in life. That's what life is, perspective. Because this person's perspective could make you think a certain way or unlock a level of consciousness that you didn't have before, or a thought or a way of doing something. There's so many examples with that. Okay, now we're gonna get into, never mind, I'm gonna keep going. My bad y'all. It's getting darker, so it's harder to see. But anyways, eye contact. Eye contact is very important. You want to make sure the person you're talking to knows that there's a soul inside of you. But basically, you are the soul. So contradict that. But you want to. I'm saying you want to, but I'm saying from my perspective, you should be talking to someone as if. No, I'm sorry. The person you're talking to should know that you are a human, that there is something inside of this meat suit. They should know. You shouldn't be emotionless, a robot. You shouldn't be that. You should be yourself. And sureness in your voice. Have bass in your voice. If you're a man, have bass in your voice. Don't be afraid to speak up. Don't be afraid to speak for yourself. Not speak for yourself, but speak up for yourself. How you carry yourself. Posture. Women can tell a man from a boy. Women can tell if a man Women can tell if a man is sure of himself. Women can tell these things by their intuition, by their childlike mind. So have good posture. Walk like you're playing life professionally. Move like you're playing life professionally. Walk like you're walking professionally. Now, obviously, be cool about it. You don't gotta walk out there like you're on a roll, like not a roll, but I'm saying a model stage. But just be comfortable in your skin and treat women like humans. Treat others like you would want to be treated, basically. As a person walking by. But appreciate how far you've come, no matter how far or short, because healing cannot be measured. Don't be too hard on yourself. You know, being too hard on myself, that's actually a problem that I used to have, still have today, in this present moment. Because spiritually, I see what I want, and I see the goals that I have for myself. I see my future self, and I embody that daily. But living in this human vessel, it is not able to keep up with the mental and what I envision. Although I'm embodying that daily, we can't lie, but I'm lying to you by saying that because I'm speaking. But anyways, there's a bug. My fault. But it takes time due to the fact that we live in a Luciferian realm controlled by Saturnalian cults that worship their lower selves. The god of time is not the god of time, but the god of Saturn is Kronos is related to Saturn, and time is related to Saturn. So like this is how you connect the dots to what I'm saying. Because physically I don't know anything. Physically, I am so stupid that I wouldn't even call myself stupid. I know nothing. I know nothing physically. I'm learning something new every single day, every single moment. But spiritually, I know everything. And intuitively, I know everything. My higher self knows everything. So much everything that I wouldn't even call everything everything. It would just be silence. Frequencies. Have humility. Have humility. I've said this before, but obviously understand when to mirror certain emotions back to people or certain mindsets back to people. Like if someone is being an asshole to you, depends on the situation. It really does. So use your intuition for that. Use discernment. Challenge yourself and strengthen your weaknesses. Why strive to be mediocre at life? Challenge yourself. Tell yourself when you go out to somewhere, compliment 3 people. Challenge yourself in ways of working out. Change up your workout routine. Say, I'm gonna do this, this, and this, and this. But I'm gonna go from this to this, and this to this, and I'm not gonna have any breaks in the middle. I'm gonna keep on going. Strengthen your weaknesses. If you know you have a tough time speaking up in crowds or speaking to crowds, or if you have a hard time having attention on you, practice that. Be mindful of those emotions from the ego. Do not attach yourself to them. My bad, I keep having to burp. Don't attach yourself to them, but be mindful of it. Be mindful of it and recognize it. And be thankful that you're able to experience this. And ask yourself, how can I alchemize this experience into a higher way of being, a higher way of thinking, a higher mindset than before, than yesterday, than 5 minutes ago, 10 hours ago, whatever the case may be. But yeah, why strive to be mediocre at life? Why not strive to play life as a video game? Because to be honest with you, in my truth, life is a video game. When you realize that, when you realize that your life is based off of your choices and your past choices still live with you in the present moment, you understand life. Maybe you don't, but in this case, you understand that there's no time to be wasted. There's no time to be wasting. I went into Target the other day and this song was like, all we have is time to waste. I don't know what song it was, but it was saying something like that. And I'm thinking to myself, man, what is this, bro? What? Anyways. Okay. So, be fluid in your motion. Be smooth. It's about mindset and heart. And this is when I'm saying, so honestly, this video topic was about, at least this page was about another topic, and I'll read it. My sureness and confidence in myself is very attractive to all genders and can be recognized. I must stay grounded in myself and be presently aware of the experience I am residing in temporarily to gain further control of my ego. So this is actually kind of different than what the title is, but that wasn't the title, by the way. It was just a download that I had. But in gaining further control of the ego and being mindful of it and not being fully in your ego, but having it on a leash, basically, we're the observers observing the ego go through life. And so when you understand that and you're able to control your ego, you are able to now balance both sides, the feminine and the masculine, because you understand you need these feminine energies and these masculine energies. But let's just talk about the feminine energies, because that's what we're talking about for today. Not necessarily, but right now, you need these feminine energies to create, to be, and honestly, because spiritually we are androgynous. Spiritually we have no gender. Yes, the physical embodiment of the universe is a woman because it creates life. They create life, but spiritually, we are androgynous. So about being smooth, knowing what to say, knowing when to say it, knowing when to touch her waist, knowing when to, talking about a woman, by the way, knowing when to touch her waist, knowing when to hold her hand, knowing when to do certain things while you're doing sexual acts, talking in your ear, doing these things, telling her affirmations, holding her by the throat, whatever the case may be. Not gonna get too far into that, but you get the idea. And I'm a Cancer, so I have these feminine energies within myself, my intuition, if you believe in that, because zodiac signs, I feel like the zodiac signs were a past, maybe spiritual, well, it is spiritual, but a past mindset or dimension that you resided in that brought these energies into your vessel. I don't really understand how the stars, because the only stars that are actually stars are on the LA Strip. I think it's the LA Strip. With the celebrities and whatnot. Lucifer is the god of the sky, so the god of the air. But anyways, that's not for this video. I have a couple other things. Build up your confidence. So I got a couple things right here. Working out, sports, okay? Learning, researching something interesting to you. Like I said earlier, if you enjoy cooking, if you enjoy making clothes, if you enjoy planting, gardening, if you enjoy working with animals, working with children, whatever the case may be, if you enjoy designing houses, whatever it may be authentic to yourself. Talking to others, ask questions beyond surface level. Be curious of other people. Be curious of other people's mindsets. Be curious of what they've gone through in life, because sorry, I thought I seen something on me. Because their perspective can really change how you think about something, can really change you for the betterment of yourself, into the embodiment of your higher self in the present moment. You know, ask people how their family is doing. Ask people how they grew up. Ask people about the traumas that they went through. You know, yes, these are personal questions, so know who to ask these questions with. But if you're comfortable being yourself, that will come to you. Those opportunities will come to you. As within, so without. Be consistent and act like a grown man, meaning you have responsibilities and goals. So be consistent in these goals. Act like a grown man. You don't move off of emotion. You move off of what it is, what the situation is. You move with purpose. You move with intention. Family and you come first. Have family time. Enjoy family time. Appreciate your family. Appreciate your mother, your father, your brother, your sister, your cousins, whoever it may be. Appreciate them for being in your life. Appreciate your mother, because you only have one mother. I'm not going to get into what I was about to say, but anyways. You don't care. You don't cry or whine. You take things for what they are and move forward. Like I said, don't be emotional. A lot of men are emotional because of what they watch or how they eat or just societal trends, which really originate from occultism. Brainwashing you into thinking a certain way to script your life, basically. Never bring ego or emotion into the equation. That's what I just said. But yeah, diving into these feminine energies, nurturing love, empathy, intuition, creativity. That is how you will balance these energies within your life. And also use discernment and when using these different emotions. If you're talking to your brother, for example, and he's talking about something maybe you might not like, still ask him about it. Ask questions. Get to know people. Get to know people on a deeper level. Because like I said earlier, perspective really is important. In my family, and you know what too? I want to say this too. Treat your girl. Treat your woman. I consider my girl my wife, but what is a wife when the title wife originates from the same consciousness that I have, but it originates from unconsciousness. And see my wife as a wife, but I do see my wife as a wife. It's confusing, huh? But I see my wife as my woman. I see my wife as my lifelong partner. Treat her. Look, so we had Trader Joe's open today in our city, in our town, and I only been there a couple other times in different cities, but it's never been here until today. I didn't even know the grand opening was today. Just divine timing. I was trying to get a little camera mount at Best Buy. Best Buy was closed, but right next to it is basically Trader Joe's. And so I got her this little thing right here. This juice, it's organic juice. It has blueberries, pomegranate, tart cherry, black, mulberry, cranberry, purple carrot, and red grapes. And it's all organic. I get purple for the crown chakra. You know, purple is actually my favorite color. But purple resembles royalty. Purple is just a beautiful color. And when you eat certain fruits with certain colors, that correlates to that chakra in your body. Now, I will also contradict that too myself, because no matter what fruit you're eating, it's still benefiting you. As long as you're washing it, as long as it's non-GMO. But even if it is GMO, it's still better than junk food. It's still better than fast food. So eat what you can. You don't have to go all organic, because I get it. It is hard. It's expensive to be healthy. Not all of us have that. Some of us are single moms, single dads. Some of us don't got it like that. So do what you can with what you have, because when you do that, you will elevate your mindset. You will elevate your consciousness to deeper levels, as within, so without. So then you'll start getting opportunities, job opportunities, if you're doing the affirmations, if you're doing the inner work. You'll get these opportunities to get to higher levels, to get to where you want to be at, and where you have always been destined to be, where you always have been, in the future self right now. Yeah. But she loves dark chocolate almonds, so I got her some organic ones too. And some flowers. You know what I'm saying? It's about, I'm not material, right? But it's about alchemizing these materialistic things. Alchemizing these things into showing that I care. I love you. I'm grateful for you. Showing reassurance. Now, that doesn't have to be through materialistic things. You can also say it. It's good to say it. You should be saying it. Because everybody needs reassurance. Every now and then. Maybe not all the time, but it's good to have. It's good to have, especially if you're especially if you're an overthinker. I speak my thoughts clear and concisely, Justin. I speak my thoughts clear and concisely. But love on your girl, you know what I'm saying? In harboring these feminine energies within yourself, you will make her girl think thoughts that she has never thought before, until you brought it to her. So making her thoughts wet. I make my girl's thoughts wet without even trying. And it's like what I said, it's about being smooth, it's about being witty, it's about witty in a good way. But what is it? Just be yourself. Just be yourself. That's because what is being witty in a good way? If someone being witty in a negative way, thinking it's good, is good to itself. But anyways. Yeah, if you can make a girl's thoughts wet, imagine what else you can do. Imagine what she will do for you. And that shows a lot. And I'm speaking for myself. It's such a loving relationship when you're able to, as a man, when you're able to balance these energies, because then you balance those energies within her. You show her this this side of herself that she never thought she could have. She never thought she could experience. She never thought she could have. I think I said that. Have this mindset. And it's a really beautiful thing. And she will always, always, always be grateful and thankful for you. And she will always consider you her man, her lifelong partner, even if y'all aren't together anymore. There's a truck passing by. I don't want that personally, but I'm saying for other mirages, other reflections, that woman will always think of you as your man, as her man, not your man. Some of these women are men, so just know what you're getting into. This shit's crazy. It's deceitful. It sounds insane. It sounds so insane, but the truth is there. The proof is there, not the truth. Lies are truth. You can find so much truth in lies. It's crazy. But that's all I had. I didn't really do an intro this time, but I was doing it right now. What's good with you, family? Celestial clarity. Back to give you more celestial clarity on your unconsciousness way of thinking and bringing. I want to restart that. Okay, I want to restart that. I'm not gonna cut it out because I don't really care. No, I don't really care too. I'm not here to impress anybody besides getting better on speaking my thoughts. All right. What's good with you, family? Celestial clarity here. Celestial clarity. Back to give you more celestial clarity, more divine knowledge, more understanding of your unconscious ways, and bringing them into consciousness. I like that. It's getting better. It's definitely getting better. I'm definitely getting better at talking to myself through the camera. I used to have a hard time doing that, but now it's getting to a point to where as I'm walking around, I'll start talking to myself, and I don't do it as much in front of people. Sometimes I have, but I honestly don't care anymore. I haven't cared for a minute. I used to just talk in my head. The most I talk all day is through these videos. But I have, like I said, I have started to talk to myself in the car, or while I'm walking, or while I'm grocery shopping. And it's a very beautiful thing. Sometimes I'll just start saying affirmations to myself while I'm driving, while I'm working. I do security, so I'm alone all the time, most if not all the time. So I tell myself affirmations. I'll write down affirmations. I'll do written meditations. I'll do breath work. I'll work out. You know, I'm able to use my work time for my time. I could not work at a job. I have before, but now at this level that I'm at, consciously, I cannot work at a job that I'm not able to work on myself. Think about my videos. Think about what I want to talk about today. Thinking about what I want to do later. Thinking about how I'm going to do this later. Writing out different video ideas. Thinking about clothing brand ideas. My clothing brand ideas. One Self Rise. And I'm thankful to do that. And I'm thankful to be able to alchemize my experiences into a better way of being. That's an affirmation for you today. I am thankful to be able to alchemize my experiences into a higher way of being, no matter if they are considered low or high. Highs and lows. Because is a low really a low if you are alchemizing that low into a high for another day? Is a loser really a loser? Unless they consider themselves a loser. But is a loser really a loser if they're alchemizing that experience into a better way of being, a better mindset to eventually become a winner, what they have always been destined to be? It's crazy. It's crazy out here, y'all. Make sure y'all are grounding yourselves, taking care of yourselves. Being healthy and having a healthy mindset, a clear clarity, celestial clarity mindset is such a beautiful thing. Whatever you want to call it, Christ consciousness, so on and so forth. At the end of the day, it's all in consciousness. And yeah, that's it. That's all for today. I'm gonna upload tomorrow too. My bad, y'all. I got a low battery thing, but perfect timing. I love y'all. Take care of yourselves. Peace.